Hi, and welcome to the Tony Ning Show. Today we have a very special guest. He has been in more movies, more TV series than there are ways to prepare and cook shrimps. That's right, shrimps. We all know him. We all love him as Bubba, in where he played, off Tom Hanks and Gary Sinise in the award-winning film Forrest Gump. Please help me welcome the multi-talented Mykelti Williamson. Hey, Michael, how you doing today?
Hey, excellent. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
There's so much to talk about. I don't know where to start. So why don't we start at the beginning? At what age did you get into acting?
Age 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started as a kid. I started in church like a lot of R&B singers. Start out in church. I started in church as an actor. Okay. And then one step, next step, one thing led to another, yeah. Okay.
Was there a defining moment when you said, geez, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to watch reruns of Leave It to Beaver.
Right, okay.
So I figured because I could see Beaver and his family that somebody somewhere else could see my family.
Right, okay.
So I would walk like the Beaver, talk like the Beaver, and one day my family realized that I was performing. And they said, nobody's watching us. That's a television.
Right.
And it sort of shattered my world. And after they realized how upsetting it was for me, they started putting me in church plays and things like that.
Right. I just want my viewers to know that that's Beaver and not Bieber.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have a lot of young audience that may not know Leave It to Beaver, you know?
Right, that's right.
Yeah. So what are you working on now? I think one of your shows is Chicago Fire. Is that one of your more current shows right now?
That's correct. I just finished a guest star on an episode of Chicago Fire.
Okay.
They're introducing a new character. He's a deputy chief of police.
Right, okay.
And his name is Mark Hammond.
Okay.
He's quite a handful. He wants to be the chief.
Right.
But he's not. Fred Dreyer is the chief.
Okay.
And so I take all of my abuse out on the next guy on the food chain below me.
Right.
Who happens to be J.B. Smooth.
Okay.
So I pound on J.B. Smooth pretty well.
Right.
But it's a lot of fun. Chicago Fire is a great show. I was a fan before I joined this cast.
Okay.
So, I know NBC has got a lot of great things up their sleeve.
Right. Where is that filmed? Is that filmed in Chicago?
It is shot. It's filmed entirely in the city of Chicago.
Okay. And I noticed a picture of you and John Seda.
Right.
And I worked with John back in the 90s on Mistrial. And he's just an awesome actor and a great human being, And
yes, he is.
I'm so excited to see you standing next to him, Say hi to him if you ever see him again, I'm not sure if you're going back on that show anytime soon, but if you do,
Well, I'll send him a text.
Okay.
And let him know I spoke with you. I had a chance to meet you. But John is awesome. I agree with you. I consider him a very elevated human being. Right.
During the breaks, we were playing guitar and singing and all that stuff. It was just a real great jam that we had up there,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, tell us about Justified. You've also been on the TV series Justified, or is that a TV series or a web series?
It's a television series. I'm involved as a writer-director on a web series, which I'll talk about.
Sure, okay, yeah.
But I'm on Justified, which is on the FX network. Okay. It's a Fox show.
Right,
so it's an FX show.
Yes.
It stars Timothy Oliphant and Walton Goggins.
Right.
And a whole list of other really stellar actors.
Okay.
But I play a character on there by the name of Ellstin Limehouse.
Okay.
He's a hillbilly, but he's a hillbilly gangster. He's actually the godfather.
Okay.
Of the whole black clan.
Right.
Of the black hillbillies.
Okay.
And so I get a chance to stir up quite a lot of trouble, and it's a lot of fun.
And it's in what, season 3, season 4 right now?
This is season 4.
Season 4 right now.
We just wrapped season 4 of Justified.
Okay. And Touch. Tell us about Touch.
I was asked to come on Touch the last 4 episodes of the season.
Okay.
And with Kiefer being such a cool guy, and such a dear friend, you can never say no.
Right, of course.
Anytime you work with Kiefer, the work is going to be great. He's going to make sure of it.
Right.
And because he's one of those actors, I don't know if he ever sleeps.
Yeah.
He's work constantly. But he's a great guy and a long-time friend.
Okay. And Wild Blue, you're doing that as well. Man, you're busy.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate. You know, knock on wood.
Yeah.
The Wild Blue.
Right.
Is a show that's it's a Fox show.
Okay.
It's a new pilot.
Right.
That's going to shoot in the next several weeks.
Okay.
It's based on the United States Navy.
Right.
I'll play a Master Chief.
Okay.
Who's the highest ranking enlisted man on the ship.
Right. Okay.
The Master Chief goes back and forth between the enlisted men and the officers.
Okay.
So I have an opportunity there to do some really interesting things.
Right. Right. Right.
Withhold secrets, keep secrets, tell secrets, all kinds of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. And Graham Yost is the showrunner.
Okay.
On the show.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. And let's get back to your character of Bubba. I mean, how did you create that character? I mean, such a memorable character, and I'm sure everybody that knows that movie, it's got to be, you know, that's a very endearing character. How did you come up with that?
Well, sometimes when you hear a song, you're inspired to do certain lyrics.
Okay, yes.
If you're a singer.
Uh-huh.
Just because of the sound of the song, it inspires a certain story lyrically.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And the screenplay inspired this character within me.
Okay.
It wasn't written this way. It was written as a very big, strong guy who sort of took Forrest under his wings.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I didn't want to play it that way at all. Okay. And my interpretation was the one they chose, and so I'm pretty cool about that.
Now that's taking a big risk. I mean, you know, there's a lot of young actors that watch my show, you know, and I know that as a young actor, you don't want to take risks. You want to just go in there and you know, do the best you can. But you know, what's your take on that? You know, I mean, I think you talk about creating characters, and that's very important when you do an audition. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
I would be happy to. I tell my students all the time, and fellow young actors that I meet, that you definitely want to take a risk. You want to take a chance.
Okay.
Most people are going to come into the room when they audition. Mm-hmm. You're going to hear the periods and the commas all in the same place.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, what's different is when you come in, and there's a different flow and a different rhythm. You got to keep in mind the casting director and the actor are on the same level.
Right. Okay.
Most people see the casting director as really high above them. That's a mistake.
Right. Right.
And I'll tell you the reason it's a mistake is because a casting person is auditioning every time an actor auditions.
Right.
If they bring in actors that stink,
well,
their credibility falls off the table.
Of course. Yes.
So when you go in and do well and do something interesting, you make them look really good.
Okay. Yes. Makes sense.
So it's not just about your career; it's about everybody's career that's in that room.
Right.
And that's what actors have to remember.
And
there's no such thing as a wrong way to do it unless you don't believe it.
Okay. So believing, having confidence in in what you're doing, and having commitment to your character is important.
To your character, not arrogant. But confidence, just like you said, it's confidence. And there's 1,000 ways to do a scene, and they're all correct. And there's one way to do it wrong, and that's if you don't believe it yourself. Nobody else is going to believe it.
Right. Now, you do workshops on this, creating a character. Can you tell us a little bit about these workshops that you do? Yeah,
it's once a year.
Okay.
And sometimes I don't even get to do it because I'm so busy. But once a year, I'll take 10 working actors.
Okay.
They have to be working actors because I don't want to teach anyone from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 4 weeks, twice a week. We take one monologue.
Okay.
And 10 actors. They each do 2 different characters, and everyone uses the same words. And these people are from completely different walks of life.
Okay.
And they're using the same words to talk about 20 different things. And I bring the industry in, casting persons and directors and studio executives, and they watch. And they're all blown away.
Wow.
Because the actor has the power.
Yes.
Because the character is defined through behavior, not the words. The words don't have anything to do with it.
Yes. And when is this going to take place this year? Is there one coming up?
You know, probably at the end of summer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, probably at the very end.
Do you have a location picked out as yet, or you're sort of scouting around?
No, there's a couple of actors who've contacted me already.
All right. Okay.
And I've seen their work.
Yes.
So they're on the list.
Okay.
So if I can carve out 4 weeks where I'm going to be in Los Angeles, then I'll lock down and do the workshop.
Okay.
And then I'll go back on the road right after that.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions about like, you know, who do you look up to when you're younger? You know, is there some actors or actresses that you really, you know, that inspired you?
Absolutely. The person who inspired me the most, I would say, is not even an actor.
Oh, really?
It's Muhammad Ali.
Oh, okay. The greatest.
I looked up to Muhammad Ali because I liked the fact that he walked like me, talked like me, and he had a swag.
Right.
He had that swag, man, and I was like, wow, this cat's got swag.
Yes.
He's not trying to be polite. He's just being who he is.
Right.
And so he inspired me to go ahead and be free and be true to who you are.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, and of course I liked Sidney Poitier.
Of course, yeah.
And my favorite actor, one of my favorite actors when I was a kid was Jackie Gleason.
Okay. Yes.
Because I saw Jackie Gleason funny.
Right.
I saw him heartbroken. I saw him break people's hearts.
Yes.
I saw him angry and outrageous.
Yeah.
He could do everything as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, he's a great actor. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about a movie? Is there a favorite movie of all time?
Oh man,
I'm picking your brains a little bit here. You know.
Yeah, but you know, there's so many movies that I really like.
I know. I'm trying.
For example, I like Django.
Okay. Yeah.
I like most of it.
Yeah.
Some of it I thought was just okay.
Right.
But I enjoyed it. It
entertained
me.
Okay.
You know, I thought Samuel Jackson stole the show. I mean, Sam is one of my favorite actors.
Is he? Okay. Yeah.
He's Samuel Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson's phenomenal.
Yeah. Have you worked with him in your
I have. Yeah. I've golfed with him. I worked with him.
Yep.
I mean, we actually did a play together called Distant Fires.
Okay.
And won the ensemble cast award.
Right.
Well, that was D.B. Sweeney.
Right.
Matt McGrath, Richard Reilly, Samuel Jackson, and myself, Ellis Williams. Right. But it was, you know, but let's see, favorite movies. I would say 12 O'Clock, High Noon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. I liked High Noon.
Yeah.
I also liked Carmen.
Right. Yeah.
Carmen Jones.
Okay. Yeah.
I love that film.
Awesome.
You know, and so those are the movies that inspired me, sort of gave me my sensibility, is movies like that.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. Now, you've taken the Bubba character to another level. You've created your own spices called Bubba Style. Tell us about that.
Well, everyone's had Cajun style and Southern style.
Right.
But my parents taught me to cook when I was a kid.
Okay.
My dad taught me how to make spices and seasonings and sauces and how to hook up ketchup and all that stuff. So I just decided, I was actually pushed to go ahead and launch my own line of seasonings because I make seasonings and spices for people for years.
Right.
And even when I'm on movie sets, people will ask me, I heard you got some spices.
Right.
Like, so I'm dealing spices out of the trunk of my car like a drug dealer or something, man. I'm just hustling spices.
Yes.
It's actually kind of comical. But we launched BubbaStyle.net so that people could get the spices because people are hearing about them all over. And it used to be just an industry thing. But I've made it available to the public as well.
So people just order online? Canadians can just go to your website and order it?
Absolutely. I've actually got a distributor in Canada.
Okay.
Mr. B's. I don't want to get his website wrong.
Okay.
But I'll get it to you.
Sure.
So maybe you can put it up you can taste the spice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. But you can get them in Canada as well.
That's great. I know you have 4 locations in California and 1 in Atlanta. And then you have a restaurant in California that's serving up some Bubba style food as well, you know? So
that's the Larchmont Grill. It's right across the street from Paramount Pictures.
Right.
In Miami, you can get it at Mama's Barbecue.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
In Miami, Florida.
So you need to set up a restaurant in Toronto that serves up Bubba style spices.
You know, we're working on it. I enjoyed Toronto. I lived there for a year, and I really enjoyed it. Made some great friends.
If I could be of any help to you, or Sasha could be of any help to you to establish your spices up here, I'm all in.
I heard you. Yeah. And your spices are on the way.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So on top of that, you're also going to be appearing at the GI Film Festival coming up in May 6th to the 12th. Tell us about that.
Well, the GI Film Festival is going to take place in Washington, D.C. this year, yep. May 6th through the 12th.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And my dear friend, Gary Sinise, his foundation, the Gary Sinise Foundation, is a sponsor of the GI Film Festival.
All right.
And I'm going to be the guest ambassador this year on behalf of the Gary Sinise Foundation.
Excellent.
So I'll be there to meet folks and watch movies and hang out with our GIs, our troops, you know, and and our retired soldiers, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And on one night, I believe it's May the 9th, you're going to be
that's the award show.
Award show, right? The Wounded Warrior Appreciation Night, I believe it's called.
Right, that's right. Awesome. So yeah, I'll be dressed up. You see me.
Yeah.
I'll be clean, man. I'll look a little bit like you look right now.
Okay. So anybody want to come down there and meet and greet? They can come down on the 9th and say hi to Mykelti.
Absolutely. Come down on the 9th and say hello. Okay. You know, you don't need a ticket. If you show up, just mention at the door that you'd like to meet me, and I'll come to the door and come say hello.
Awesome, awesome. So you have a web series as well called Lauren. Okay, I know that's something that you're promoting right now. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, the series is actually called WIGS.
Okay.
WIGS, like Women in Greater Society.
All right. Okay.
And it's a YouTube station called YouTube//WIGS.
Okay.
So on YouTube//WIGS, you can see all these different episodes that feature strong female leads.
Right.
And I actually am a writer-director on the show, on the series.
Wow. Okay. Excellent.
And if you go on WIGS, you'll see, you can find the episodes that I've done.
Right.
And I'm also an actor in an episode series called Lauren.
Okay.
So Lauren premieres this Friday.
Right, okay.
On YouTube. Yeah, there's going to be 6 episodes that are going to launch this Friday.
Okay.
And they're directed by John Avnet, who did Fried Green Tomatoes. Right, I mean, he's just an amazing filmmaker.
Right.
So you'll be able to see me and Lauren starting this Friday with Jennifer Beals.
Yeah. So what's the difference between acting and directing and producing? I mean, you wear different hats, you know? I mean, tell us a little bit what that experience was like.
Well, acting is my first love.
Okay.
And my greatest love is writing and directing.
Okay.
And the reason why is because it's expression beyond only my character.
Right.
It's expression across the board. Right. And I get to hire the people that I believe in and trust.
Okay.
I get to bring all those elements together and hire them, and we tell a story.
Right.
And I really enjoy that. I have so many talented friends.
Right.
I like being able to hire the people that I really believe in. There's nothing like that.
Right. Now, is there a part that you really feel special towards that you've done in your career?
Well, there's a few.
Okay.
There's of course, Forrest Gump.
Yes.
And there's a television series I did called Boomtown.
Okay.
And I played a character named Fearless Bobby Smith.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
And I would say Fearless is one of my favorite characters, my favorite television characters.
All right.
And I am currently working on this character for the Wild Blue.
Okay.
And he's quickly becoming one of my favorite characters.
Right.
Now in film, outside of Forrest Gump, there's a little movie that Kiefer Sutherland directed.
Right.
It's called Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Okay.
There's a small town in New Mexico that did not have a name.
Right.
And so they just chose the name of a game show called Truth or Consequences.
Right.
So that's a Brad Merman script directed by Kiefer Sutherland.
Right.
And that to me is one of my favorite cinema characters, along with the character Sergeant Drucker in Heat.
Okay. Michael
Mann.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah. Now I see a guitar in the background there. Do you play guitar?
A little bit. A little bit. Just enough to keep me entertained.
Yeah. Are you a singer as well? I'm assuming that you're probably very heavily into music.
I can sing. I can sing some.
Yeah.
But I don't sing well enough to put out an album. I'm not that level singer. Right, but I enjoy it.
Right. So what are some of the other stuff that you're brewing? I think I went on IMDb. There's something you're working on for the 2014. I don't remember exactly what it was. You were working on something there.
Well, there's a list of projects that I have agreed to do.
Okay.
So I won't speak on them just yet,
okay, no
because
problem.
I think it's a little premature.
Sure. Okay.
But I intend to keep really busy. There's a couple of dream roles that I like.
Right.
One is, I don't know if you've ever heard of the character Stepin Fetchit.
I haven't, no.
Okay, Stepin Fetchit was the first black movie star ever.
Okay. Right.
And he was sort of ostracized by other black actors because of jealousy and because his character was such a buffoon that they were embarrassed by his work. So that's a character I'd like to do. And a late musician by the name of Donny Hathaway.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to play Donny Hathaway.
Right. Awesome. So you're back at home in Los Angeles right now, or you're in Los Angeles?
I'm back in Los Angeles now. So it feels good to be be You know, Chicago was a little cold.
Any plans on coming to Toronto anytime soon to meet up with?
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I sure hope so. I just missed the film festival there.
Right. It was awesome. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and I know it was. But my schedule would not permit me to go to the film festival. But maybe next year it'll work out.
For our young and emerging actors, including myself, I mean, what advice could you give to someone to become a consistently working actor? I mean, there's got to be some kind of method, to becoming, like yourself. You're so busy all the time. I mean, I meet a lot of actors, and the work is sporadic. But how do you become a good working actor?
Well, the first thing I do is I stay prayed up.
Okay.
I think that's important to have a spiritual focus as well.
Yes.
And because there's definitely some in between.
Of course.
With acting, with jobs. So, what I would say, learn as much as you can about writing.
Right.
Because writing is going to enhance you as an actor.
Right.
Because when you understand what a writer's doing and what they're looking for, you know how to bring that like that as an actor.
Yes.
The other thing is keep working on you.
Right.
Some folks try to get to the right party, to get to the right restaurant, to be seen by the right. You got to work on you.
Right.
And all that other stuff, when your time comes, you'll be ready.
Right.
You don't have to go get ready.
Right.
One of the most important things about my approach is I stay ready so I don't have to get ready.
Right.
Because opportunities come when you least expect them.
Right.
And they come quick.
Yeah.
So,
well, you're hearing it from the most awesome actor in the world, in the planet, And,
thank you. That's very kind.
And I hope this was very informative and very entertaining for you folks at home. This concludes. Is there anything you'd like to add to the interview? I mean, that we haven't talked about yet?
I just want to say it's a pleasure to meet you and to get to talk to you. And I'm available to you should you ever have a question about acting.
Okay. Thank you.
You know how to find me.
Okay.
So reach out for me, man. I'll be happy to be a blessing to you.
I'm going to hold you to that, Mykelti.
You heard what I said.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you very much. So to our viewers watching and listening to this is Mykelti Williamson, the awesome actor, director, producer. And we all know him and love him as Bubba. And I'm sure there's many, many characters that he brings to the film and TV series that we're going to, if you research it a little bit, you're probably going to find other endearing characters that he portrays as well. Thank you, Mykelti Williamson. Thank you for the interview. God bless. Peace. Happiness.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay.